Today, COVIDCastJA talks to banks about COVID-19 relief packages.
Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to the PSOJ COVIDCastJA. Today, we are joined by some bankers. We have encouraged SMEs to go in, have the conversation with your bankers. The banks have come up with their relief packages. Can you describe for us what your relief packages look like?
SMEs require support and then they also require relief. And they may be related but not exactly the same thing.
Okay.
So we actually have chosen to increase, we had a pool of funds earmarked specifically for SMEs of $3.4 billion. And we decided that we needed to up that significantly, we upped it to $20 billion. Now, that funding is sort of specially geared towards supporting SMEs, not necessarily for debt relief, but to enable them to be able to, even in this difficult time, to sort of get through and achieve their objectives.
Okay.
So it assumes that an SME is still operating, has prospects for continued operations, but need this additional support through this difficult time.
Okay.
Now, I must say as well that this is very attractive funding. It's at 6.5% secured, but we do have guaranteed programs to support those who have collateral constraints as well. So it's actually a fairly robust program.
So, Kesia, what relief package are we seeing now from BNS?
All right, so currently we have a customer assistance program. And for that program, it entails all lending products, whether it is a line of credit card, or whether it is the term loan. What we are doing now is offering a 3-month moratorium for existing customers. Now, what it means that for the first 3 months, we will not collect any interest or any money at all from the customer. And then
So no payment
for the first 3 months. If the customer is experiencing difficulty after the 3 months, then he will need to call back. We'll have another conversation and we'll move it to 6 months. And that is the process for Scotiabank that you call. And in essence, as you know, the situation is very fluid. And so what we're doing is doing it on a short-term basis, assess the situation locally and globally.
So, Vinit,
How are you?
what's happening on the First Global side?
We are with our SMEs as well, and so we are offering up to 6 months more payment holiday and moratorium.
So payment holiday and moratorium to different things.
For us, it's different
Okay.
because for the payment holiday, we'll allow you up to 3 months payment holiday when you pay nothing.
Okay.
And after 3 months, if, as things evolve, as things change, and even your own business, the way you were able to manage that period, we'll allow you another 3 months. And in this 3-month period, you pay only interest. Not only that, we are allowing payment holiday on credit cards.
That's business credit card?
So for the business credit cards and for the personal credit cards, if you're an SME, if you're a sole proprietor with your personal credit card, you will also get payment. On the credit card, there is payment holiday for April, so you're not required to pay your minimum and you will not incur late fee.
Oh, that's very good to hear. What is GMMB doing during this time?
We're offering 6-month moratorium on principal payments, which means that for 6 months you pay only your interest portion. We're also offering a 3-month payment holiday, which means that you don't come out of pocket any at all. So we have a menu of options that our frontline team has to work with. Identify what is best, what works best for this client, given your specific situation. So for example, we could offer a line of credit, a non-revolving line of credit that takes care of your payments for the next 12 months. Meaning that line of credit is used to service your regular loans for the next 12 months. It's like a debt servicing facility.
Okay.
So we're leveraging our resource center, hosting some Zoom meetings starting next week with our SME clients, where we're creating a community where, say, 20 or 30 clients can come in on a Zoom meeting. You're invited to come on and you share experiences. It's not us talking to you. It is you sharing your experiences, best practices, how you managing this time. And we'll invite, of course, our internal subject matter experts from across the group to come and give advice.
Mark is actually the principal of a very interesting business. He's a financial analyst by training, and he is an SME operator of a business called TCP Things. Give us a kind of idea of what the environment feels like now for an SME and some of the issues that you're currently dealing with.
Generally speaking, right now there's a lot of uncertainty. Obviously SMEs, they have no clue, how to kind of like approach what's happening. There are some SMEs I've spoken to that, their businesses have been negatively impacted. Another aspect is, some are seeing, major opportunities, right? Where because of this crisis, there's been a shift in the marketplace, and so it is creating opportunities, right? And that opportunities, some of those opportunities for some of these SMEs, it is completely changing their business.
So what should SMEs do?
I think it's very important for anyone who's coming to have a very clear sense, not just I'm having trouble, my business is closed, what do I do? The business banker can't really tell you what to do in your business. I think that there's some things that you need to come armed with. The business banker will take what you're going to say to them and try to work through that information to come up with a solution that works for you.
What we would say call, they would have probably known their business banking officer. If not, they would have known the branch manager, and they would need to call and have a conversation.
So we have prepared for our team a summary sheet of what the relief package is.
Right.
And so we have said these are the high points, but there has to be the conversation with your business banker and your branch manager.
So
all the questions that you're asking and that you're saying to our SMEs to come in with, we would have asked those questions and when we were given the initial facility.
Correct.
So we would have known your story
Right.
to a point.
Right.
But you will
Right.
not have to come in and tell us this is what is happening to my
Right.
supply chain because my goods are coming out of China, so I'm not able to honor my obligations. This is what's happening to my receivables because the person, this hotel owes me all this money and they can't pay me.
Right.
This is a list of payables that I have which include my GPS. And so you have to now come with that information, tell us exactly what is happening, how your supply chain is broken, how your revenue chain is impaired, and then we have that conversation practically. What tenure should we be looking at? Is 6 months really realistic?
Right.
We as banks, we are starting with a maximum of 6 months, but we are very clear that we don't know what's ahead of us.
Correct.
And so for us,
So
it
it's
is
a
a
dynamic-
monitoring and assessment.
Thank you. Yes.
Not every SME has a borrowing relationship with any
Different
bank at all.
banks, right.
So I could be an SME who would have been operating from my own resources, from cash,
Right.
and doing pretty well.
Right.
And now that COVID has hit, I am unable to operate in the same manner I used to before. And now I need some help.
Okay.
The question is, would our package be applicable to someone like you? We're saying yes. Because if you can prove that prior to COVID, you were operating at a particular level, and the reason you're not able to operate at that level again is because of COVID, we can have a conversation.
I spoke to anywhere between 10 and 12 SMEs over the last couple of days preparing for this, and all of them told me the exact same thing. There is very little confidence that they will get support from their bank, right? And it's not because they don't think that there's money in the system. It's not because they don't think that you guys are designing the programs. It's because there's a huge disconnect between basically things like who do I speak to, or the person I'm speaking to. There's a big disconnect between what is being told in the press and what I'm hearing from Jackie that I call and that I speak to, right? If I can even get through to Jackie, I need to see a clear escalation process or some process that I can action on my side. That if once I run it into Jackie that is having a bad day and she's a gatekeeper and for whatever reason I'm not making any progress with her, that I can escalate it and get to somebody that can actually help me, it would give me a lot more confidence.
Our CEO mandated us contact all your customers.
Right. Okay.
So our business bankers or relationship managers, they are hitting the ground, social distancing, with their hand sanitizer in hand. We are calling the customers. We are, of course, you start from the top and you work it down.
Right.
All the business bankers, they have their
Right.
list and we are reaching out to our customers.
Right.
If I am not currently your customer, is it that the conversation is only with your existing customers, or can I come in and become a customer of yours and benefit from COVID relief packages?
So if you so it depends on sort of how you're frame.
Right.
The truth of the matter is that we encourage people who want to borrow to come to us. At the end of the day, though, remember that you have to qualify. I mean, you must be able to present something to me which says, this makes sense. It can't be that you're going to say that.
So you are encouraging non-customers,
absolutely,
persons who are not currently your customers,
to come in. It's a two-way relationship. It's a partnership.
We are here to be your partner. We're here for you. Our goal right now is to speak to you on an individual basis, hear what your needs are, find the best solutions for you. Our goal is that we can't say we're going to change everything overnight, but we are working through it as a process.
NCB has been a pioneer in this market. We are a bank of nation builders. The reality is that this is a very difficult time, but it's going to be a time where some are going to be hurt, hopefully to come out better on the other end. Others are going to thrive throughout, hopefully to grow thereafter. And we are here to help you regardless of where you are in that process.
Kevin?
From JMB, let's have a discussion. Allow us to understand your business better, because we have an idea of what your business looks like. But let's have a discussion. Let's look at it from a holistic perspective, where it's not only just some cash flow support, but how we can make you into a better SME.
The banks have said we are open to the conversations, we want to have the conversations. We are pleased to have had you join us this week, and we're asking you to join us every Thursday at 4 p.m. on Facebook Live right at this page. We're asking you to comment, to share, to send in your questions.
How will the banks and SMEs work together? Stay tuned.
Quick tips for SMEs. Prepare your story. What was your business before COVID? What has happened to your business since COVID? Reach out to your banker. They need to hear from you if you are trying to get assistance. Be persistent. Remember, right now, a lot of people are trying to get in touch with bankers. And therefore, you may be having some difficulty. You may be getting frustrated. It doesn't matter. You know your business situation. You know what you need, and therefore be persistent. Keep tuning in to COVIDcast Jamaica Business at 4 p.m. on Thursdays, where we are going to keep it practical, specific, and helpful for Jamaican SMEs.